So this is one of 3 reports that's going to go into a bit more depth about what I would like to do to improve things for disabled students if you were to elect me as your Disabled Students Officer for next year. And this report is concerned with the furthering of the Guild Disability and Mental Health Association. Now, for those of you who don't know, this is an association within the Guild that has been left dormant for far too long. It's only been reorganised last month and relaunched. And I think as such a young group, essentially, it's got quite far that it can go, and we can really use this to push for more support and opportunities for disabled students. What I'd like to do primarily would be to organise a series of informal drop-in sessions so that people are able to come and they can either find support, talk to other people, but without any pressures of having to define. This would all be completely confidential. Nobody would have to give away any more information than they wanted to. And they could use it however they liked, whether they just wanted to talk about support services that are already available, what they found useful, and also let me know about what we could do, where the problems are and where accessibility needs to be improved. They can also get to know one another. Peer support is something that's very important, but primarily to ensure the right to confidentiality and make sure that there really are no barriers, because this is the only way we're going to be able to overcome any prejudice for disabled students at all. Eventually, what I'd like it to do would be to work a lot more closely with the Disabled Students and Learning Support Officers on Elms Road. You'll hear more about my plans for them tomorrow in tomorrow's video report. But I'd like the two to start working together to make sure that we've got all these same opportunities and this stability for disabled students, both inside the Guild and in academic life. Make sure that there are no barriers in academic life, for example, to ensure that all academic support is there. If there's any problems with particular departments, giving extensions, support for year abroad students, support for year in industry students, and making sure that everybody knows what support they're entitled to and how to get it. And I think a presence in the Guild will make it a lot easier for disabled students to overcome all barriers to their education at the university, because it's not quite as daunting as going into the Disabled Students Office for the first time and asking for help. So what I'd like to do would be to further this Guild Disability and Mental Health Association in many ways. There are a lot of directions it could go in, and really it would be entirely up to you which way you wanted it to go. But I would be here to ensure that whichever support needs improving, whichever directions it needs to be taken in, that we're going to do it for the students and make sure it's exactly what students want and need in the university.